Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Wednesday to you. Wednesday means it's time for stamping through my stash. My name is Jackie Vandersarboot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and in the Netherlands. So you can shop with me in either market, and you can join my team in either market. The reason I do stamping through my stash is twofold. Number one, I like to ink up every stamp set and use every die that I own. Um, and the reason I do that is that I can find out if there's anything wrong with the stamps or the dies because there's a 3-month guarantee on them. And number two, if you ink up your stamps and use your dies right away or shortly within purchasing them, you're far more likely to use them. It will jumpstart your creativity. And then when you've stamped everything and die cut everything, you'll have some extra pieces that you tuck into your case. And the next time you grab it, you're going to have a head start. So those are great reasons to stamp through your stash. Let's take a look at what we're using today. I'm using Seaside Wishes, and what's special about Seaside Wishes is that it is a bundle, but it's a hybrid embossing bundle. So what I actually do is I tuck the embossing folder right in the stamp case. So here's the stamp, the folder I mean, and I don't know, let me move this out of the way. You can see that there's 3 sand dollars, and then there's kind of like bumpy sand along the corners. Now take a look. There's a bunch of dies, and there's some great stamps. So the stamps, you can see, we'll stamp them in a minute. You absolutely made my day. Your friendship is the best gift. Love you. And sometimes the simplest things mean the most. And I think that often, when you're walking the beach and you're looking for shells, and it's really special when you find a sand dollar, it is the simple things that bring us so much joy. So here we have, this is the die that works with the folder. So the way it works is this. You're going to open up your folder and you can feel on this side, the side with the label, it's all bumpy. So you want to lay your embossing folder on it like this. And then you can see that it doesn't move around. It kind of locks in place. Okay, it fits in the ridges. And then you're going to take your cardstock. I'm just looking around for it because it's behind me. And then you're going to lay it right on here. And you can do it sand dollars, you could do it in white, you can do it in beige or crumb cake. But I learned a little tip. And I think, you know what, why do it plain if you don't have to? And the tip that I learned was from, oh goodness, it's from a fellow demonstrator, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, what she suggested is to first apply Versamark to your folder. Okay, the demonstrator was Melissa Steplowich, Stampin' Ninja, and she suggested taking Versamark and then inking up your stamp. Now, I can't remember now which one we were supposed to ink up, but I think this one, yeah. So we're just going to take some Versamark. And what Versamark does, it's sticky, but it also is a tone-on-tone ink. So we're just going to lay that on again. We're going to put our dies there. And when you put the die on, make sure that the cutting edge is facing up. And we're going to lay our cardstock over top. And then we're going to close it. And then, so you can see, you can actually see what's going to happen there. It's really cool. I'm just going to find I've got some stuff all piled up, things that I need later on in the video. So we're going to put it through the die cutting machine, and what we're going to do is we're just going to use the base and then plate number 4, which is what you use with 3D embossing folders. So let's take a look and see what happened here. So isn't that just beautiful? Look at the detail. Look at the detail of the embossing folder and those sand dollars. Honestly, you don't have to do anything to them, and they look fantastic. So that makes me happy. I love this background, and I love the sand dollars. Now another tip from Melissa, the Stampin' Ninja, I love that name, is to take a dauber. So I played around a little bit with trying to, I don't know if I have one here or not. I made a bunch. I made some in crumb cake. I stamped it and then embossed it. And then I thought, when I saw these cute little edges, I thought, oh, maybe it would be nice to stamp my saying and then put it through the embossing folder, but that was too much. I don't like it. And this was done in basic beige. This was done in crumb cake. And so you can see all the different sand dollars. So lots of fun. But now we're going to take a sponge dauber. Now, people, demonstrators who are more organized than I am, have their sponge daubers. They have them labeled with a certain color and they only use them for that color. It's a great idea. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I haven't. I'm hoping that this works. This looks pretty light, so I'm hoping it works. And if it's a little peachy, well, that's okay. So we're going to take the dauber and we're just going to put a little bit in the middle, just to give it a little bit more definition. And then a bit on the edges. You could use one of our blending brushes as well. I'm thinking that the little dauber might give a little more precision. So there's the one. And you can see what you like better. So I've just shown you one thing. What you can do as well, just let me do this one as well, is you can also emboss your stamped image. They will also fit in. So we're going to stamp them, and then I will show you what I'm talking about. And here's the third one. There. All right, and I didn't do the edges on those, but I think it looks really, really lovely. So let's get a piece of plain white, and we're going to stamp all the sayings in here. I'm going to use this as a template, just so that I can cut them all out the way I want them to. Now, I could regret this, because now I should use my Stamparatus. See, now I have to turn it so that it goes just right. I think this is it. Now, you know what? I don't have the patience for it. Here we go. There. I want to make them nice and dark so that you can see them all. And it's important to give it a real nice even press. Now, I'm supposed to have a third one. Oh no, there's only 2 stamps. Okay, so that's helpful. There's only 2 stamps. There's 3 dies, but there's 2 stamps. Okay, and then we have the starfish. So, and we're going to get another block. And I'm just doing it all in crumb cake. We have like pebbles. And we'll just lay them all on. This is great for background stamping. There's 3 different sizes. Here. And I'm going to see if I can fit them here. There. And you can just see how this could, I don't know, make a nice pattern. And then we have a little stipple stamp. I'm not going to be able to fit them all on. I was going to try to fit them all on. See the stipple stamp. But you can see how that can be combined to make something really cool for a background. And you know what? We are going to get another color in here just for fun. Okay, I've brought in some Calypso Coral. And I love this. You absolutely made my day. That's great. Then your friendship is the best gift. And then we have, oh, you know what? Here. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. We have love you. And I think that's it. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll stamp this as well. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Okay, so now what I wanted to show you is for these, let's see, you can just take this. And if you've used it as, you can just turn it around to see which way it works. It's probably upside down. Yeah, and then it's not going to fit. But you can run it through the embossing folder But it's actually a good idea to use the template and actually be patient and then run it through, okay? So I just love that we have a tool that cuts and embosses at the same time. And you can use it separately as well. And I think that just this edge is also really nice. You can place your pieces back in if you like. But again, you kind of have to rotate them until they fit properly. And that's where I ran out of patience, remember? I think one more rotation will do it. No, yeah, there we go. See? So we're going to make a card. I put all the pieces aside. Let me wait. So here they are. I had started laying all the pieces aside, and I forgot to show you, these are the seaweed pieces that are die cut. And then the starfish, these are stamped in Calypso Coral. This one is stamped tone on tone, crumb cake on crumb cake. But I thought it would be fun to just make a card, a simple card, like this. You could pop them up if you want. So now, to make life easier for myself, I'm going to take these and I'm going to pop them out for a minute, but I'm going to leave them exactly the way they have to go back in. And I think it might be fun to pop them up. So I've got a large Memories and More card, and then I've got a piece of crumb cake that's approximately 4 inches by 6 inches, or 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. And we're just going to turn it around and put some adhesive on here. So this is a beautiful set to use for cards, for scrapbook pages, memory books, that kind of thing, travel journals. It also pairs really well with our Beauty of the Deep bundle and the sea turtles. I think even there's one a set on dolphins. Anything with the sea life would pair really well with this. So I think we're going to pop those up. I'm going to find some dimensionals. Okay. Sorry, that took a little longer than I thought. The first 3 I found were all minis, and you know me, I don't have patience for that. I'm just going to put them on the back like this, and that way I don't have to turn my die cuts upside down, because then I'm going to lose my sense of direction. Yes, trust me, it happens that easily. Just ask Gerard, he will tell you that I am hopeless. It doesn't take much to confound me. It really doesn't. It's actually, for someone who isn't afflicted with that, they have no understanding. It just boggles their mind that we can get mixed up so easily. So I'm just doing everything I can there. And at first, when I was going to do this, I thought, oh, Jackie, don't do it. That's way too symmetrical. That's not artistic. But I think you're going to see that this is a really easy way to start. And I have a confession to make. I was dragging my heels about doing this video because I was feeling a little overwhelmed. There's just so many things. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do? And so I was procrastinating. Yeah. But now, once I'm doing it, I'm thinking, oh, this is so beautiful. So start with something simple. It will get your creative juices flowing. So now we have those. And then I can either add in some crumb cake or a little bit of seaweed. And so, and maybe another one. So you just start playing with your pieces. And then before you commit, so you just throw some pieces on and you think, okay, what am I going to do here? So, and then I have my saying, oh, look, I have some more. This is great. I thought, oh, I need some more seaweed, and I have seaweed. Look at that. We don't, seaweed just floats around, and there's a lot of it. It doesn't grow. It's not a scarcity when you go in the water. I don't know if I want more seaweed, but like I said, I don't glue anything down. I just kind of like that, and maybe one in front. Let's see. And then my saying, sometimes the simplest things mean the most. No, I don't want to cover that up. So I have 5 altogether. So whenever you're making a thing with elements, you try to have an odd number. Okay, I know that much. Okay, so now I kind of like how I've arranged this. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back. Pop this like so. And then a little adhesive on either side here to straddle the gap. And I think this one kind of fits in between. So now those minis are going to come in handy because I think my big one might be too big. Let's have a look. You don't want your dimensionals sticking out. And they look like they're sticking out. Why am I trying to make this work? Okay, it just works. Okay. So here, this one is just going to have a little dot. And I put too much on, so I'm going to lay it down very gently, just like that. I'm not going to press. It will adhere. And then I'm going to put a little bit on the back. Tuck it under. You know, I know I made a mess there. So we're just going to do this. I got a little bird feeder that suctions onto my window. And I was inspired by my friend Karen. Oh, I keep making a mess no matter what I do. Thankfully, the glue dries clear. So maybe I'll just add another one there. We'll see. Anyway, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I hope you guys like it. This is really how you just kind of play. And hope for the best. But that's what I mean. You don't commit. You don't glue it down. You could also stamp on these seaweeds to give them a little bit of texture, but I'm just keeping it simple today. Okay, like I said, when you stamp through your stash, start simple. And then as you play and as you get used to the pieces, your creativity will start to flow. You're going to think, oh, I could do this, I could do that. And you can also break them into pieces. Like, so that only, wow, we're going to wait. That's down. Now let's put this on first. So I think I'm going to put it near the bottom. So we'll put a few dimensionals. You know what? When you have too big of pieces, you know that you can just tear this stuff. So it's kind of like tearing tape. Oops, except if it gets stuck all over here. So I'm going to do this. It was a bit too wide to go over the whole thing. I'm hoping I did it on the right side. I did. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little just regular adhesive because it's going to go over here where it's sticking up. There. And now, see? Let's see. Like so. I like that. Okay. The liquid adhesive means you can turn it around a little bit, but look how nice it's coming. And do we need this one? I don't think we do. Do we need another piece of seaweed? This is kind of floating around. I think maybe we want to combine our pieces. You know what? I'm just going to tear this. And now that's going to slip underneath here, and you're not going to see. There, like that. Okay. There we go. Cover that. So now nothing is floating. I don't want to get too far over the edge. There. And that covers up my piece of adhesive that was exposed. And then I think we can add either a little sparkle with this. I think that's nice. I need a pokey tool. And yes, I call my take your pick tool pokey tool. And this is the tool I have on one end all the time, and then this is the one that I have on the other end so that I can fussy cut if I need to in between things. And you can use the new glass mat to do that. It's in the online exclusive section. Okay, so that's good to know. And then I'm going to put a little guy here. Oh, that just adds so much. Just a little sparkle. And I don't think you guys can see it. It's just catching the light here. It's sparkling on my end. It's not sparkling that much on your end. And now I'm going to put one here. Sometimes I know exactly where to put my embellishments, and I love it when that happens because other times I struggle. So nice for you guys that you can just copy mine, and I might put one in here, kind of where under there, a little bit just tucked. There. How neat. Oh my word, guess what I was doing? I was videoing while it was on pause. So now when I went to pause the video, it started. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Every once in a while, I mess up. So I'm going to go back to where I think I was, and I decided to cut this sand dollar in half. I stamped the starfish twice in coral, and I was saying that I'm not sure if they actually come in coral. And then I did the little dotty set to make it look like sand. So now, where did I get that from, that die? Let me show you. The die comes from the Unbounded Love bundle. You can see how nice it is. It's just a beautiful set, but I also have it in Dutch. So let me know if you want one in Dutch and take a peek. There's all the dies that go with it. So this is the one that I used for this card. It's a fantastic stamp and die bundle, and it comes in all 4 of our languages, which is so nice: German, French, English, and Dutch. And then here is the beauty of the deep that I was telling you about. I'm waiting for the dies, and then I will make some cards that combine the 2 sets together. The sea turtle one is also beautiful, and I shared on my favorite finds, my Stampin' Up, the Pampered Stamper favorite finds group, that Michaela Titheridge from the Crafty Oink Pen, she used the stamp from the turtles to stamp on the seaweed dies, and that made a really nice texture. So it's really cool when you combine different dies. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that you loved my card and that you enjoyed the little lesson, the little tutorial on how to use the hybrid embossing folders with stamps. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will happily do another short video or explain something and do another video on this set, because I know I haven't shown you everything. But that's it for today. I hope you have a super day. Bye.